Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into a tool every single YouTube creator needs to know inside and out, the Copyright Match tool. Let's break down how you can protect the stuff you work so hard to create.
You know that nagging thought, right? The one that hits you after you've poured hours, maybe even days, into a new video. You finally hit publish, and then you start to wonder, is someone out there just going to grab it and re-upload it as their own?
Well, the good news is you don't have to spend your life searching for copies yourself. YouTube has a really powerful, totally automated solution built right into YouTube Studio, and its whole job is to find copies of your videos across the platform.
So let's start with Section 1, protecting your original work. Think about it. Every video you make isn't just a video. It's an asset. It's your intellectual property. So understanding how to guard it from being copied without your permission isn't just a nice idea, it's absolutely essential.
So let's meet your copyright detective.
So, what is this thing exactly? Officially, it's the Copyright Match tool, and its mission is pretty simple but incredibly important: to scan the millions of hours of video uploaded to YouTube and flag anything that looks like a full or even just a partial copy of your original uploads.
So how does it work? It's actually really simple. The number one rule, though, is that you have to be the very first person to upload your video to YouTube. Once you do that, the system uses your video as a sort of digital blueprint. Then, it scans other videos for content that looks the same. Any potential copies it finds, boom, they show up right in your Matches tab.
Okay, this next part is maybe the most important thing in this whole explainer. Just because you get a match does not, and I'm going to say it again, does not automatically mean it's a copyright violation. The tool is just a flagging system. You are the final judge, and you must check every single match manually before you take any action.
Okay, so you've logged into YouTube Studio, and there it is. A match has been found. What do you do now? This is where you have to step in.
Your next move is a big deal. You have three main choices, and picking the right one really depends on the specific situation.
Option 1 is to archive it. This is basically your "no problem here" button. You'd use this if you're totally fine with the other video. Maybe it's a fan edit that you actually like, or a friend who you said could use the clip. Archiving it just dismisses the match and cleans up your to-do list.
Now, option 2, this one's the serious one: request removal. This is what you use when someone has clearly copied your work without asking, especially if they're trying to make money off of it. This can get their video taken down and land them a copyright strike, so you want to use this one with care.
And finally, option 3 is the diplomatic route, contact channel. Honestly, this is often the smartest first move. It just lets you send a message to the other creator directly. Maybe they just forgot to give credit, or maybe they didn't realize it was an issue. This can solve the problem really easily without anyone getting a strike.
And that brings us to the trickiest part of this whole process. Before you even think about hitting that request removal button, you are legally required to consider if the re-upload might actually be considered fair use.
So how can you tell the difference? Ask yourself this: is the new video transformative? Does it use your clip as part of a review, or for commentary, or education, or even a parody? Like, think of a movie critic showing a scene to analyze it. That could be fair use. But if it's just a straight-up copy of your video re-uploaded on their channel, that's probably infringement. You have to look at what the new video is doing.
But what about when you see a clear copy of your video and it doesn't show up as a match? I know, it's so frustrating. There are a few common reasons this happens. The big one is that you weren't the first person to upload it. Remember, the tool relies on that first upload. It's also possible the clip they used is just too short for the system to notice, or their video is already covered by a bigger, more industrial system called Content ID, which is what large media companies use. All right, let's wrap this up with some best practices for making this tool a regular part of how you manage your channel.
So here's your checklist. First, check your Matches tab regularly. Make it a habit. Second, really take the time to understand the difference between a copy and fair use. Third, never, ever issue takedown requests blindly. Always review the video first. And finally, when in doubt, that contact channel option is your best first step.
At the end of the day, the Copyright Match tool gives you a huge amount of power to protect your work. But with that power comes a responsibility to use it wisely, to use it fairly, and to use it correctly. So the real question is, how will you wield it?